Hello, magical soul. Happy, fantastical, frisky Friday. Welcome to Mystic Hearts, the magical realm where spirituality is interwoven with darkness and fantasy. I'm Chloe Rose, your host today, founder and creatrix of Mystic Hearts. And welcome today for the Mystic Hearts monthly magical reflections video, where I'm just going to be sharing with you a reflection about the month of May. I was going to say March then. Can we just have a moment and say, where the fuck has this month gone? I feel like it has slipped through the cracks in my fingers. Has anyone else felt like that in the month of May? Well, that slippery month. So I'm going to be sharing all things business, a little bit of personal, and anything else that's sprinkled in. Because interestingly, I've been talking to a lot of new people recently because I am back on the dating scene. And when people ask me, what is it that you do? I'm so intrigued. And it's so funny because I'm like, it's really hard for me to explain what I do without you actually knowing me and getting to know my vibe and my personality and my own growth story. Because for me, my business is my life and my life is my business. They are an embodiment of one another. So in today's reflection video, I'm going to be reflecting on the month of May, personal and business, just to reflect with you and also just to keep this diary for myself since the start of launching Mystic Hearts, which was about this time last year. But I really see the first birthday of Mystic Hearts being more in September, because that's when I launched my successful offerings and things really started moving and bookings were coming in the website. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, and those of you sneaky subscribers who are watching, who have a very keen eye, you may have already seen that I have been doing some tweaks and updates to my website this week. So I am going to read you my mission statement, and this you can find on the home page of Mystic Hearts, which is mystichearts.org. So just so that you can get an idea and a feel into why it is that I show up and I create these videos and why I'm showing up in the world as well, just to give you a little bit of an insight into my energy and my vibe and my mission. So it says, greetings, I'm Chloe Rose, multidimensional healer, psychic witch, artist, and educator. Reminding you that you are not here to be fixed. You are here to be who you were born to be. My mission is to help create a world of freedom and liberation, where humanity is no longer bound by fear and limitation, where we are free to be our authentic, sovereign selves and embody our magic. I am devoted to helping others break free from self-limiting beliefs and control systems to become badass humans, empowering you to heal yourself and unlock the codes to happiness by embodying your authentic truth, courageously facing your shadows, activating your superpowers, and making your childhood dreams an everyday reality. I'm here to support you with healing and clearing to harmonize your mind, body, heart, and emotions, breaking free from fear, conditioning, and limitation, reactivating and reclaiming your superpowers, healing childhood, ancestral, and past parallel life wounds, and living your fantastical life. So that's the official mission statement from my website. And Currently, I am offering 3 main online services, which is how you can work with me on a one-to-one basis. And again, you can find all of these on my website. Now, I am excited today because I, again, have been tweaking these this month. This month for me has been a month of space and expansion, change and transformation, fine-tuning and tweaking, going in and getting my magical needle and thread and making those little tiny shifts so it comes into more alignment with my life and my business. So I'm actually really excited to share my current 3 main offerings. And why I've changed them is because I felt that I wanted to offer more of a broad spectrum of healing work, energy healing work and support. And yeah, it just feels more complete and a more wide range usage of all of the tools that I have in my toolkit that I can offer you now in such a more broad spectrum and frequency. And I'm just drinking a cacao as well. So if anyone fancies, if anyone's really enjoying this and actually wants to stay with me for the long haul, feel free to pause and go and grab a beverage of choice. I'm coming into my moon cycle at the moment. That's also why I went for the all red everything theme today, to be a blood witch. So I'm drinking a lovely cup of medicinal cacao in the week leading up to my moon cycle. I like to drink raw organic cacao to fill my body with magnesium, calcium, iron, healthy fats, and I've put loads of rose and honey and maca, lots of superfoods in there. So it just gives me that filling, nourishing energy. And I thought it would be a really beautiful way to connect to you in a more heart-centered way today for this video. Sometimes I drink coffee, sometimes I just drink water for these videos. Cacao felt beautiful today because I wanted to share love and appreciation also with everyone who receives and chooses to watch this video today, or maybe just listen. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. Yum. It's weird that I got chocolate. I thought it was lipstick, but it's chocolate. It's weird that I am like obsessed with making content with a drink. I feel like I need to break free from that because it always messes up my lipstick. So, I digress. I'm really excited to read you my 3 main offerings. So you can go to my website, mystichearts.org, and you'll find, so we've got homepage is here, which is what I've just read to you with my mission statement, and that's a photo of me. Yeah, I think you can see it now. And you can click the 2 little lines. Can't talk today. And if you're doing it on a desktop, you'll just see all of the wording at the top. So you can click on those, and we're going to go to online bookings. So we've got the one-to-one witch activation, which, as I just mentioned, was the offering that I launched in September 2025 that propelled my business forward. That was like the stepping stone or the launching pad for Mystic Hearts. So it holds a special place in my heart, the witch activation, but also it's something that deeply resonates with me. So your one-to-one witch activation is a psychic quantum energy healing where we travel to a past or parallel life to remember, feel, and integrate your hidden witch wound to reactivate and reclaim your superpowers. Heal your throat chakra, liberate your voice so that you can fiercely speak your truth and break yourself free from fear, conditioning, and limitation. And I channeled this service myself. So the way that I hold this space and the way it runs is very unique to me, but I have received very powerful hidden witch wound and past life healings and clearings from other practitioners whom I trust. And it is life changing. Like you can't understand the powers of it until you experience it yourself. It's in like the integration after. Okay, and then we have the previously named One-to-One Live Your Fantastical Life, which has been rebranded. It has been grounded a little bit more into emotional and bodily healing. So now it's called One-to-One Inner Child Transformation. So the service description: one-to-one, psychic quantum energy healing and reading. Meet your inner child. Face childhood traumas with courage and compassion. Reawaken your childhood joys, dreams and fantasies. And experience a full metamorphosis. Again, this is a powerful one. This is a big emotional release. And then also dream weaving about the life that you want to live and the person that you want to be in the here and now that maybe has died in the past, or you've hidden those parts of you. You're reclaiming and calling that back and expressing it now in your everyday life. And then third, and I will just say a note on this because my third offering used to be the one-to-one quantum energy expansion session, which is still now available. However, that one I recommend only as a follow-up or a maintenance session, just as like a check-in, like a general energy healing check-in or a reading. So I've taken that off my main services page, but you can still access it via my website. So my third offering, one-to-one darkness clearing. And this is a one-to-one psychic quantum energy healing for negative energy removal. Receive a thorough energy clearing. Release energy that no longer serves you. Call your power back and set up psychic protection. So some things that may be included in this session are negative energy removal, evil eye purging, psychic protection, remove spells and curses from you, auric field and home clearing, cord cutting and releasing. There also could be like dream clearing. This one is a lot more specific to what your intention is. So it's clearing darkness, low vibration, negative entities from your being or from your close space around you. And I'm excited about this one because I found that in a lot of my client sessions that weren't a darkness clearing ended up being a very strong clearing or removing of energy or removing of an entity. And I feel that it's important to separate the two. And this is powerful work that can feel, it can feel energetically draining for myself as the space holder, but also for the receiver of this. So it needs to be its own entity, if you like, its own offering, to really be able to go deeply into that clearing, like I said, in the words, to make sure that it's thorough and safe and not rushed and really held in a container of love. So I'm super excited about all of these. Oh, and also with the darkness clearing, I'm only offering one of these per week to give me the space necessary to make sure that I'm energetically clear, clean, safe, bright. I've got clarity. So yeah, just to let you know that there will be less of those appointments available. And for all three of these offerings, you can have them as a live session via Zoom or a remote recorded session. And if you're interested in knowing the difference in these, you can watch the witch activation video, which is on the main page of my channel, which I talk a little bit about the difference between live and recorded. But I would say just feel into it. there's no right or wrong answer. Feel into it. And I have experienced live sessions, which I have absolutely just loved. And I've also experienced remote recorded sessions, which I've just found as equally, if not more powerful. What I would say is that for the one-to-one inner child transformation, that is the only one of the three that I feel would be far more powerful in a live session, because you are experiencing the memories yourself, and it will be a lot more of an interactive, co-creative healing and transformation container. All right, so that's me, and that's my introduction to the weird and wonderful world of Mystic Hearts. And with my monthly reflections, I always start off with gratitude and celebration. So I want to thank you, yes you, thank you, and I love you for being here, just for being here, and for witnessing me, and for being a part of the Mystic Hearts world, and for showing up for yourself. Because I do fully recognize that the more that I'm showing up for myself, the more strong and defined my energy is, and the way that I show up in my content and my channel is becoming perhaps stronger in that way. I mean, more like a sword cutting through. And I know that can be quite powerful and sometimes maybe overwhelming or triggering energy for some people. I get that. So thank you for being here and embracing the dark side. I love you. I'm just going to have a little bit more cacao. So in the last 28 days, I've had more than 40 new subscribers. And by the way, this month has been my biggest growth month for YouTube, which is awesome. It's been my biggest growth month. Like every single bit of data is up. It's in the green. So more than 40 subs. I've had almost 10k views, which is awesome. And almost 400 watch hours, which is amazing. That is like so awesome. So thank you. And I've had a few donations this month as well, really kind donations for both of my live streams actually, which is beautiful. My Magickal Mondays live stream and Witchy Wednesdays live stream. Thank you everyone who's been joining those live streams. I promise you now, these dates and times are not going to change for the foreseeable future. I have got this really solid schedule that feels really good and is flowing now. So those are going to stay the same. So I really look forward to building those up and being on that journey with you. And just an update for the coming Monday, I am going to be away. So there won't be a Monday live stream, even though I just said it would be consistent. I'm not changing the date. I'm just cancelling that one because I'm going to be away and travelling back. But I will see you on the Witchy Wednesday live stream next week, which is at 4:30 p.m. UK time zone, which I believe is 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Another huge thank you is that I am officially a YouTube partner. I'm officially a YouTube partner. I got the email about a week ago and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I'm still like a small channel. And it's so funny, like, and even just witnessing the own journey of me receiving that email, because I received the email and it's like, okay, you have to apply and you have to, prove that you are eligible to be a partner and all this stuff. And it said, oh, it could take like 3 weeks. And I was thinking, oh, what if I don't get accepted? And then I got an email the next day saying, congratulations, you're officially a YouTube partner. So again, thank you, because this is because of you that this has happened, and it has restored my faith in, oh, I actually can become a YouTuber. I had really lost hope. Like, all of these voices in my head were like, oh no, you should have done it like 10 years ago. You've missed the boat now. So if you feel like that, you're wrong, because I've only really solidly been building my YouTube channel since September last year. So that's what, like 8 months? It doesn't actually take that long. So now you're able to hype my videos, which is going to be so helpful for me as well. And you can send super likes and all of those things. And what I also wanted to share, which I'm really excited about, is I will be starting up a membership. I have it all planned out now. I'm just going to start off with one simple membership to begin with. This is going to be a low cost monthly membership. I'm feeling it's going to be around £4 for UK pounds per month. And what it's going to include, and by the way, it's going to be available from Monday. So in a few days' time, it will be all sorted by then. What it's going to include is, at the moment, and there might be more things that I'm going to weave into this, but at the moment, this is what I'm going to include. It's going to be monthly mini courses. So every month, you'll have access to a mini course, which will be 4 videos on a very specific topic. And the first mini course is called Weaving Magick, magic with a K, or it might just be called Magick with a K. I haven't decided yet. And it's going to be, so the new video for each week of the course will be like once a week in the month, and then you will have this course there. And it's going to be a new course every month. I've got about 5 or 6 planned out already, so I've already got 6 months worth of mini courses, and these will all be available via YouTube as mini courses. And the introductory video will be there for you to view, so you can get like a taster of the course, and if you're like yes, then you'll be able to sign up to the membership and view the whole course. So yeah, like I said, it'll be a long format video every week that fits into a specific course. So not only will it be members only content, but it will be an educational and transformational journey for you to have access to whenever you want. So I'm really excited about that. And then I will also be doing a monthly members only live stream. And this is going to be to replace my monthly Magickal workshops, which were previously held via Zoom. I've got one more coming up, but I'm going to replace them in the membership. So they will be held as a YouTube live stream where I will be focusing on specific themes and taking us through those, guiding us through a healing, an oracle reading, and then answering questions like Q&A in the chat. That's how I feel it will flow. But again, I'm so open to shifting and changing and transformation depending on what it is that you would like to see more of and that you would like to experience in those. And also there will be discounts for members off my services as well. And I will soon be launching some Mystic Hearts merch. So it's all lots of new things are brewing in the Mystic Hearts magical cauldron at the moment. So exciting. So yeah, just a reminder, Monday, check it out. The membership will be there available for you to have a look at. And I'm always here if you have any questions about that. All right, let's take a breather. If you're joining me for a beverage, let me know what you're drinking. I just have to show you the lipstick on my mug. It's actually looks pretty good still. I found a cheat code if you're wearing dark lipstick like black or dark red or dark purple. Put a gloss over it and it doesn't look as bad when it starts fading. That's going to be one of my mini courses, by the way. It's going to be called Fantastically Feminine, and it's going to be all about dressing yourself up and feeling fantastical and sexy as fuck in your own body. Sorry, I love the F's. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so upcoming announcements. I mentioned about the Mystic Hearts Magickal monthly workshops moving over to the YouTube membership. But I do have another one, a final one, that's going to be held by Zoom, and that is on the 7th of June, which is a Sunday. It starts at, oh goodness, hope I get the time right, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific time. I will drop the link to that in the description and in the comments to this video. You buy the tickets through Eventbrite. It's totally external to YouTube, but what you get in the YouTube workshop is an opportunity actually to connect face to face, make friends, build community, and it can feel a lot more intimate and personal. So if you are someone who really wants to have that chance and opportunity to connect with me and ask questions, please do join, because it's going to be the last one. And I've actually been doing those monthly Zoom workshops for like a year and a half now. They've been awesome, so awesome and so fun. But I do feel like it's time for a transformation, and I'm trying to sort of keep everything in YouTube at the moment, because, you know, the more you feed in energy into something, the more it grows and blooms. So that's where my mind is at the moment. But if you'd like to join, it would be an honor to host you, and it's donations only. So you can pay as little or as much as you choose. There is no judgment on your donation whatsoever. It's just merely an energy exchange. And it's going to be all about welcoming in the height of the summer, welcoming in this shift and this transformation and this expansive energy. And even if you are in the opposite hemispheres, you're still going to be going through a shift and a transformation at the moment. So we're going to be welcoming in that, going on a group journey together. I'll pull some cards for each person who joins the workshop. And then at the end, I will hold the space if anyone wants to share, ask questions, or just chit chat. I really love having those spaces. So yeah, it would be awesome to have you there. All right. Okay. I need to roll out the red carpet for this one. Something that I have been brewing for a long time now. It's probably been a conversation that I've been having for almost a year. Something that I've been working on behind the scenes for at least 6 months. And she's birthed and she's ready to go. So I'm just so excited and really honoured to share it with you that I am launching an 8-week training course, which launches at the end of September this year. Gorgeous time to launch into training. Summer's over. We're shifting into autumn. It's one of my favourite times to start doing something and learning something, because we're transitioning into that inward energy. So it can be really supportive to start a course or a training or a project in alignment with these seasonal shifts. So again, I'm going to read the landing page from the website to you. And just to let you know, next week I'm going to be doing a whole long format video talking about the training course. So I'm only going to be just sharing with you the landing page today and a little bit of information, because I don't want to keep it too long. So if you're interested and you're like, yes, tell me more, keep an eye out next week. It'll just be called Embody Your Magick. And I will go into detail about the training course, who it's for, what we're going to cover, all the juicy bits. And you can ask questions in the comments. I might even do it as a live stream. If I am, I'll update you. Okay, so let me just get the landing page up on my phone. So again, if you're on my website, you click the 2 lines so that you get to the menu, and you're going to go to workshops and training. And upcoming live workshops and events, group training courses, it's the bottom one. And here we go. Embody Your Magick. Embody Your Magick, 8-week training course, a magical journey from the mind through the body into the heart. live Zoom sessions starting in September 2026. So, the Embody Your Magic training course for 8 weeks is a transformative online program designed to awaken and activate your multidimensional self through energy work practices, learning new spiritual concepts, and healing tools, taking you on a magical journey from the mind through the body and into the heart, following the chakra spiral. This course covers multi-level metaphysical ideas and practices to support your healing and transformation. So just to talk a little bit more about that, the structure of the 8 weeks is based around the Celtic chakra spiral, which is more of my heritage. So rather than the linear spiral of some of the Eastern esoteric traditions, this is a spiral where we spiral all the way into the heart, which means that we address our mental health, emotional health, physical health before we land in our heart and we can really embrace and embody our magic. So it's super exciting. It's something that I've created for myself again. So for those of you that don't know, I, a long time ago, 7 years ago now, trained as a traditional Kundalini yoga teacher. So I was very much about the linear chakra healing journey, which is amazing. And this is where I get a lot of my knowledge and healing education about the energy centers. But what I've interwoven into this course is my magical and mystical training practices and personal experiences. So it is not yogic in any way. It is a multi-dimensional lifestyle training course to help you embody your magic and what that means to you. But there'll be lots of healing practices in here, clearing, really understanding your mind, your body, your emotions, your multidimensionality, and how to start showing up and stepping up in the world. So just to explain to you how this course is running, it's held via weekly 90-minute live Zoom sessions, and if you can't make those, if the time doesn't align, you will get the replay, access to the replay of all of those. But we'll be meeting as a group live, and it's going to be a small group, so it's capped at a small number, so it's going to be limited availability, this training course. So it offers a supportive small group environment with homework tasks, a membership community, and a certificate of completion. Alongside the weekly calls, I have already created and designed a total online training course. So you have videos, quizzes, journal prompts to run alongside the weekly calls. But you know, the online course is self-paced, so you can complete that in your own time. So the course starts. The first call is on Tuesday, the 29th of September, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. UK time. So that'll finish at 9 p.m, starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Again, if you can't make the live calls, you can still be a part of the course because you can join the replays and you have the live community, so you can ask questions. So exciting. And I'm just going to read some of the questions for you that are on the landing page, just so that you can feel into the energy of this training course. I'm going to have a sip of cacao before I do so, though. So, do you feel limited or dulled down by the constraints of everyday life? Do you feel called to meet every part of you, shadows and all, with courage and compassion? Do you feel excited to reawaken your multidimensional self and activate your innate gifts and superpowers? Do you feel curious to explore energy, the elements, and a range of spiritual concepts to support your journey? Do you feel hungry for deeper levels of self-awareness? And do you feel ready to break free from fear and limitation and to become your true self? And what you'll experience as a part of this course: self-healing and transformation, expanded intuition, creativity, expression, and authenticity. Self-empowerment as you embark on a quest for self-knowledge. A deep understanding of your energy body, chakras. Confidence and clarity in many areas of your life as you embark on both a spiritual and a human transformation. You'll experience your heart opening as you embrace higher states of consciousness, love, compassion, and joy. So, if that resonates, please do go and check it out. Remember, you go to mystichearts.org, workshops and training, and then you'll scroll down and find upcoming group training courses. Again, I'll link it in the comments and in the description of this video. And also what I need to share with you is that there is a special price, an early bird price, if you sign up for the course and you pay the full price of the course by the end of June. So you've got 1 month and you get £100 off the full price of the course. So that expires at the end of June. And also I have an offer if you want to just pay a deposit. You can pay a deposit, so it's like buy now, pay later. So there's lots of different payment options to make it more accessible. But yeah, if you want to jump on that early bird price, you've got a month to figure it out. But I'm so excited and I can't wait to share more of this with you, because I've woven into it my own artistic and creative abilities with some of the PDFs that I'm going to be giving you, and I've made these like visualization sheets for each energy center with like colors and characters coming to life. It's truly an expression of my soul to help you guide the expression of your soul. So I'm so excited, and I just want you to embody your magic and for us to embody our magic together. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all that I have upcoming that I wanted to announce that's of importance. So I think what I'll do now is literally just look through my Google Calendar, which is what I use to connect to all of my appointments and my bookings. I use Squarespace for my website, which has like a scheduling booking system, and it automatically connects to my Google Calendar. So whenever you book a session with me, it's already in my calendar, which is just like, oh, modern technology is a dream for running a business. Just give that a stir. I just need chocolate to keep me going today, so bear with me. And say a little prayer for me, because I'm going to a music festival on Sunday and it has aligned horribly with my moon cycle. So just say a little prayer for me that I'm just gonna send me so much love. That's all I ask. Send love. Nothing else but love. If we all send love my way, hopefully my womb will feel the love and she'll give me lots of love back. All right, let me find my calendar. So May started really fantastically, because on Sunday, the 3rd of May, was the Live Your Fantastical Life Masterclass. Now, as I mentioned, the Live Your Fantastical Life has now been slightly changed and rebirthed into the one-to-one inner child transformation. Same energy, same mission, slightly more of an emphasis on the deep healing and the metamorphosis that brings with it. But we started off with the live masterclass, which was a 2-hour Zoom masterclass. And I think there was 7 beautiful, brave souls who joined the masterclass live. It was really powerful. So thank you everyone for joining, and thank you for answering that calling. Inner child work is probably some of the hardest work that we can do. So congratulations everyone that came, and it was really beautiful to connect with some new souls. It was amazing. And then from that masterclass, I also created it into an online mini course. So if you are kind of really feeling intrigued, but maybe feeling a little bit hesitant about going and like diving straight into the one-to-one inner child transformation, you can, for a low cost, go and do the Live Your Fantastical Life mini course, which is available on my website. You can find that under courses and trainings. Something that I recommend. There's a few meditations in there. There's the full masterclass recording. There's a few different PDFs and workbooks, some quizzes, some introspective questions. It's a juicy little course. Okay, and then after that, it was my moon cycle. So I actually cancelled some appointments that week and just let myself surrender to it, which was needed actually. It was quite a challenging cycle this month. And then on that Friday, I went to a gong bath. It's been a month of quite a lot of self-care actually. Went to a gong bath, which was just blissful. That was local, and that was one of my self-care and self-healing practices, to go and receive that deep, deep, deep sound healing. And then I just had a restful week. And then what happened the next week? I had a couple of Mondays actually where I was just like hyper focused, and I managed to do like 4-5 hours uninterrupted channeling into the Embody Your Magic training course, which was awesome. Like I really needed that focused, uninterrupted time. And then what did we have on the 12th of May? I had a beautiful live client session, which was a follow-up of a remote recorded session. So that was really beautiful because she had a very powerful remote recorded witch activation session. And then she booked a follow-up session and we did it live. So that was really beautiful. And I always encourage clients who say, I don't know whether to go for live or recorded. I say, well, try both and see which benefits you the most, which you are able to relax into the most, which you feel the most transformation and integration from. So that was gorgeous. And then I had... the rest of that week was quite quiet. I had a few yoga clients and just continued working on my courses. And then next week, so this was like the 18th of May. I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's gone from nothing to like this full packed out week of appointments. That is actually crazy. So what did we have that week? Oh, and pole dancing, by the way. I'm still doing that. That has been either every Monday and then sometimes on Fridays if I need to move it around. That is still something that I'm doing. And I actually injured my ribs this week and I'm still kind of struggling with that a bit. When I'm driving, it's on my the side that I use to change gears with. And when I pull the handbrake up, I'm like, I feel like someone's punching me in the rib cage, but it's painful being a baddie. No pain, no gain, as they say. So on that Monday, on the 18th, I had a beautiful call with a heart-aligned business mentorship group that I'm in with the wonderful John Binney. And then I had pole dancing, and I had a great catch up with my friends. That was lovely. Please don't let phone calls die. Something that's like really annoyed me recently is texting. Like, can we just all pick up the phone or at least send voice notes? Like, emails, awesome for work. Texting just gets really exhausting, quite frankly. No offense if you love texting. Like, if that's your thing, cool. And then on the 19th, I had a busy day. I had some yoga clients. And then I was doing some admin, and then, I had a quantum energy expansion remote recorded session that ended up being a really powerful womb healing. Of course, I'm not going to share any details, but it was an incredibly deep and powerful womb healing. And it's a client that I've been working with for a long time, so I feel very deeply connected with. So that was very powerful and very beautiful. And then what else did I have? I had my live stream with me and John, which is every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. UK time. Wednesday, I had my live stream and a few yoga clients. And then on the Thursday, again, a few yoga clients. And I had a follow-up session with a client who I've been working with quite a few times. And this was a really powerful session where we didn't know what her intention was going to be until we started the session, and it ended up being a really powerful inner child healing. So thank you to both of my clients that week for showing up so bravely and openly and embracing those sessions, because that week I didn't hold back on slightly pushing you to the limitations, like to your boundaries and limitations, or through your boundaries and limitations. And I don't always do that, I read the room, but when there's the benefit of working over multiple sessions, because you do build a relationship of trust, and even your guides start connecting with one another, and our hearts remember each other, so you can peel back some of those deeper layers of healing. So thank you to you both. Those were both amazing sessions. And then that weekend, that was last weekend, where I'm staying, I had the house to myself and it was a heat wave. So I just went into like super goddess mode of treating myself to nice food, lounging around in the garden, reading poetry. It was absolutely fabulous. And that takes us to this week. Why does it look so busy in my calendar? I don't feel like I've had a busy week. I had pole dancing on Monday, which I mentioned was savagely brutal. I looked like I had been in like a victim of domestic violence, honestly. I had like bruises here, all down my legs, everywhere. On the Tuesday, I actually received a beautiful healing session. I asked a dear friend of mine if they could give me one of my healing sessions. So they actually performed my one-to-one child transformation healing on me, so I could experience that. And that was... it was really beautiful and really powerful, and it just gave me the opportunity to release some emotions and ground into where I'm at the moment and some of the challenges and the hurdles that I'm facing in my life, which for me is all around moving and stepping into my next stage of independence and empowerment. So that was really beautiful. And then what else did we have? Quiet week again. On Thursday, I had a one-to-one quantum energy expansion session for a beautiful sister of mine. Did a big full body energetic and auric clearing for her. And that was really beautiful because she received it with such an open heart. So it was just a joy and a pleasure for me to navigate through that session. And I wanted to mention that because with energy healing work and with quantum work, metaphysical work, however you want to choose to call it, because it's something that we can't see, you know, it's not like we can't pick it up and it doesn't make a sound, you know, it's in the etheric, energetic realms. So, you know, our human mind can try and protect us by, you know, telling us that it's not real or questioning everything. But the more we can allow ourselves to surrender and just open up and expect nothing except the unexpected and really just like surrender to the experience, then you will feel the energy and the power of the energy and the power of the energy moving and shifting through your body. Like you can tangibly feel energy healing work if you just sit back and allow yourself to receive. And it was beautiful to experience that with that session. That was yesterday. And today is a Friday, which is a day off for me, although I've just had all of these creative ideas brewing. So I had a slow morning, but then I wanted to do my monthly reflections video today because I'm away for the weekend. So I've just been fine-tuning and tweaking my website, as I said, and now I'm filming this video with you. I feel like I'm with you, but I'm also just, you know, taking it easy, drinking a cup of cacao, and after this I'm going to do some stretching and find a fabulous outfit for Sunday because I'm going to a music festival. So yeah, gotta look my most fantastical best self. Let me know if you want me to share some photos and videos of my outfit. Give you a sneak peek. And then let's see what else. So I will share honestly with you that this month, May, has been my lowest monetary earning month this whole calendar year so far. So since January 2026, this has been the month where I have received the least bookings of the year. And I just want to thank you, those of you who have sent donations and that have placed bookings, thank you. And I'm not sharing this out of pity or anything. I'm just sharing it out of honesty because there are highs and lows in your business. And it's so easy for us to fall into that victim mode of like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why aren't people booking me? But what I will share is this month, for the first time ever, since being self-employed and since launching Mystic Hearts, this has been the first month that I have ever not questioned myself. This is the first month where I've actually been like, no, do you know what? I am doing everything the way that it should be. I feel like I am acting and speaking and sharing with integrity. I'm taking care of myself. I'm getting excited about new content that I'm creating. I'm checking in and just keeping in flow. So for the first time ever, I was like, it's not me, actually. It's just, it is what it is, you know? And the universe always provides. I do have multiple streams and branches in my business. But yeah, I just wanted to be totally honest about that. It has been, the least income receiving month of the year so far, which only means that June is going to be like freaking amazing. And June is the longest, contains the longest day of the year. So it is all about that sunshine, abundance, energy. But what I have really like leaned into with May, and for it being not very busy, some of my clients have been away on holiday as well, so there's been so much breathing space, and I've had so much time to pour my energy and intention into the Embody Your Magic training course, into my website, but also into myself. I have just had this total transformation and complete like mindset shift about my body and like my age and how I'm growing and evolving as a woman, and that I've just been treating my body differently and recognizing that, you know, I do want to be this strong, sexy, badass woman, and I need to take care of my body accordingly. So I've been following a low calorie, high protein diet, and I've been loving it. I've been experiencing fat loss, muscle building, this beautiful like shape forming in my body, smoothing out of my skin. I've been experiencing mental clarity. So honestly, it's felt like a month of just a total shifting of everything, and I received the beautiful healing from my friend. So we can often get these pauses in our business as a gift from the universe, or a gift from our guides or from ourselves, to say, you know, everything's going to be okay. Here's this time for you to pour energy and loving awareness into maybe some of those projects that have been dusted under the carpet, into your own self and your own healing. I wrote a song this month. I've been writing poems. I've been on online dating apps, and just like all of this fun new experiences that, you know, when we're really busy, we often don't make time for. But luckily now, with my dream life schedule that I've created, even when all of my weekly booking slots are filled, I still have all of this time, because I have Mondays and Fridays are my spare days. So yeah, it's been fabulous. And upcoming adventures, like I said, I'm going to a music festival this Sunday with my friend in London. And then in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to Download Festival for the day, which is the biggest heavy metal festival in the UK. So I'm so excited. And you know I'm going to be dressed up as my most badass goth self for that. So that's super exciting. And then the week after that, we've got the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year, which is a huge celebration here in the UK. So one of my sisters and I, we are going to be going to Stonehenge for sunrise, which is a megalith site. And then we're going to spend the day in Glastonbury, just like dancing around and having fun. Summer solstice is all about celebration and liberation and letting your hair down. And it's like that maiden energy. So I'm really excited about that. And I have also planned an adventure in July to drive up to Scotland to have a camping trip with John Binney. So you can look forward to lots of content from us both there on our adventures. Yeah, so thank you. If you've made it this far, thank you for being here. And I'm just so grateful for you. I'm grateful for your love, your kindness, your support, for seeing me, witnessing me, and in any way that you support me, whether that be booking a service with me, coming to my live streams, sending me donations. Every single gift and act of support means the world to me. Nothing gets overlooked. Even a little comment of a heart, it brightens up my day. So thank you. I love you. Celebrating May with you. And if you would like to book a one-to-one offering with me, please do. My calendar is open for June, so it would just be a joy, an honour and a blessing to hold that space for you and support you every step of the way on your transformation journey. You're worth it. All right, have the most fantastical, fabulous, funky Friday. From my heart to yours, I love you so much.